Good afternoon and welcome everybody to New Era Stadium here in Cabramatta, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, for a very special senior international match, or the test match as we call them, between the Philippines Tamaraws and the Malta Knights. My name's Ashley Borg for both the Malta Rugby League and the Philippines Sampaguitas and Tamaraws Rugby League. It's an absolute privilege to bring you all the action today. Hopefully this stream sees you well, whether you're in Australia, Philippines, Malta or anywhere else around the world. Here come the Maltese side. And their side in order, number 1, Ben Zara, 2, Cooper Barlow, 3, Riley Tonner, 4, Kyle Cassell, 5, Marley Cassell, 6, Jaden Pay-Pare, 7, Aaron Gretsch, 8, Luke Moore, 9, Jai Camilleri, 10, Blake Phillips, 11, Tyler Castle, 12, Braden Sherry, 13, Anthony Booker, and for the Philippines Tamaraws, 1, Jerome Williams, Isaac Chiapong is the winger with Isaac Rosario. Your 2 centres are JJ Avery and Ned Stevenson. Your 5'8" is Gerald Ubaldo. Your halfback is Nick Forrest. Your 2 props are Ian Nelson and Jeremy Cairns in the 8 and the 10. Your hooker is Tyrone Tutel, who wears the 20. Your front row, your second rowers are Russell Nelson and Steve Bernstrom in the 11 and 12, and 13, James Manaford. Your benches for the Philippines, 14, Ashley Marshall, 15, Liam Burns, 16, Jordan Jones, and 17, Juan Alamonte. And for the Malta Knights, 14, Adam Zara, 20, Tristan Ua-Payaperi, 16, Will Exton, 17, Tyson Jackson. The coach for the Philippines is Paul Sheedy, and the coach for the Maltese Knights is Aaron McDonald. Got several debutants today. Congratulations for the Philippines to Stephen Bernstrom, James Hannaford, or Manaford, Juan Alamonte, and Ashley Marshall and Jerome Williams, who make their debut today for the Philippines Tamaraws. And the Malta side, they've got a lot of experience in there. A couple of players without a club in Marley Cassell and Tristan Ua-Payaperi. Got a player for the Melbourne Storm in Jack Burgess. Anthony Booker, who plays for the Macquarie Scorpions in the Newcastle Rugby League, will be playing against Jordan Jones today. He plays for Central Newcastle in the Newcastle Rugby League. Got some players who have been very experienced in all of this test match business, as the Philippines Tamaraws come out to a rousing reception. And in about 2 minutes' time, about a minute's time, we're going to hear 2 national anthems. The Maltese national anthem, Lino Malti, a hymn to God, officially adopted from 1964 upon independence from the United Kingdom. And for the Philippines, Lupang Hinarang, translated in English as the Chosen Land. It was first performed in 1898, but wasn't adopted as the official anthem of the Philippine Republic until 1899. So we'll stand by now for the national anthems. Lin Ulmalti, the Maltese national anthem, and now Philippines national anthem, Lupang Hinarang. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Whether you are watching either here in Australia, across the world in the Philippines or in Malta, hope you're having a wonderful good afternoon or good morning or good evening, depending on where you are around the world. My name is Ashley Borg on behalf of the Philippines and the Maltese Rugby League Federations, and I'm privileged to bring to you the third Friendship Cup between the Malta Knights and the Philippines Tamaraws. Philippines running from left to right in the blue, white and red strip with the blue shorts, and the Malta Knights in the famous white strip with the red lettering and numbering. It's 15th in the world, Malta, versus 27th in the world, the Philippines. The stats tell you that Malta should be the favourites, but these Sims matches are anything but normal as we get the kickoff underway, and Malta take it first up as they start the process there in the shade. And somewhere I'd like to be. First penalty. Gee, the ref didn't waste his time. 11 seconds. Being inside the 10, and Malta Knights will get the first piggyback of the game through the agency of Tyler Cassell from the right Eastwood Club, who puts it in a touch, and Malta gets some good positive territory early. So we didn't get a full test match with the women's, but we're going to get one today here with the men's, and we're going to get off and running here. Agency of Anthony Booker, who gets smashed, and he coughs up the footy. Gee, one bad turn deserves another. And he says to Ian Nelson, get out of my face, but Ian Nelson has the last laugh as the Philippines turn it over. And we'll get this back through the agency of the scrum. As I said, it's 15th versus 17th, Malta Knights. They've got a great ranking. Only one place behind Greece, who are in the semi-finals of the European qualifiers earlier this week and got knocked out, I believe. Oh, a tackle from Luke Moore, the Woy Woy Rooster. He just picked him up and threw him on the deck. And the Tamaraws now through the agency of Bernstrom, the debutant. Steve Bergstrom, a pro rugby player in Japan with the NTT Red Hurricanes. They take the ball to the halfway line now through the agency of Jeremy Cairns, who played last year against North Macedonia. JJ Avery comes in for his first hit up. He's 10 metres over the halfway line now. They shift it to Tutel. Tutel now to Cairns, who goes bang and hits it right up down the middle. Fifth and last for the Tamaraws now. We'll see who gets the ball in their hand. Forrest goes with a cheeky chip over the top. Well covered there by the fullback. The Maltese player now gets that football and takes it to about 15 metres from his own line. And that's Ben Zara from Rouse Hill. And he shifts the football across. And Malta now try to play it out of their own half for the first time. They haven't got the agency of the piggyback on this occasion as Kyle Cassell takes it up, the Wentworthville senior player, who's always in the heart of the Malta Knights side. He's a terrific player. Shift there, nicely done there by Jai Camilleri. Comes left this time to Blake Phillips. Phillips taking the football, and he's still working hard and goes to Booker. Booker takes it over halfway. They move it again here to Phillips. Phillips, cheeky ball. That was to Piper Ray. Ball's now in the hands of Sherry. Braden Sherry tries to pinch extra metres and does so beautifully. Fifth and last for the Knights. They're on the 40, so they're a long way from home. That's a long ball. Couple of cutout passes. Beautifully charged down there. I'm pretty sure this is Russell Nelson. Nelson, he's going to head for the hills. He hasn't got a lot of speed. Tried to turn it back on the inside. It's intercepted there by Zara, but I think he might have touched it on the way through. So it's going to be a knock-on and a feed to the Tamaraws. Gee, that was unlucky there for the Philippines. A great charge down by Russell Nelson. Just unfortunate it was in the hands with a bloke with not the speed that you want for someone that takes on the charge down. But, gee, it was good to do it. The old-fashioned one-percenter. And the Tamaraws will get the feed into the scrum. They're in a dangerous territory here, about 18 metres from the try line. So they feed it now to Forrest. Forrest turns it inside to Bernstrom. Bernstrom bumps off one and comes to two. And his opposite number in Sherry takes him down about 18 metres from the try line. He's about 2 or 3 metres from underneath the black dot. So they move it to the left-hand side in favour of Nelson. Now Ian. Ian gets taken down by a combination of Tyler Cassell. They go to the left now. It's a bit difficult to see out there, but Ubaldo has the football. Baldo gets taken down. I wonder if they're going to go to the right. It looks like an injury there to the Philippines, but they move it quickly there to Manafort. It could be even Hannaford. 6 again here to the Tamaraws. This is very dangerous. They go to Forrest. Forrest, Bernstrom. Bernstrom, the rugby pro. Gets taken down about 8 metres short of the line. Tutel at dummy half. He goes to Forrest. He's a good playmaker, Forrest. Gets the ball, coughs it up. Malta pick it up. That was well done. Pretty sure it's in the hands of Marley Cassell in the 5. And now they work the ball out of their own line, off their own defensive area. Ball's in the hands of the number 1 now. That was Sarah. It's moved across now to the prop in Moore. Moore's from the Central Coast Rugby League of the Woiwur Roosters, who made the preliminary final this year. And they ended up in a tied game against the Erina Eagles, and they lost because they couldn't beat them in extra time, which is hopefully a rule the Central Coast Rugby League will change at some point. I was very fortunate enough to call that game. As trying to go out a dummy half there is Camilleri, shoots it out to Sherry, who almost copped a hospital pass there. I don't think that's actually Sherry. It might be Booker. So Camilleri shoots it off to Gretsch, who just got a really mongrel punt kick that spirals backwards. And it's going to eventually go into touch. Very eventful first 5 minutes of the game. We've still got no score. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Live and exclusive on a Facebook stream, presented proudly to you by Spot On Productions. And we thank both the Malta and the Philippines Foundations for funding the stream, and the boys for coming in and filming it. I've worked with these boys in the New South Wales Rugby League. They're top-notch professionals, so hopefully your sound and your vision is going to be top-notch. I'm almost positive that it's top-notch. As Isaac Rosario comes in for a hit and goes flat on his back through the agency of Sherry. Ball in the hands here of Bernstrom. He's looking for work, the big fella. Listed as 192 centimetres and 102 kilograms. Big unit. Comes in, Cairns. Taken to the 40-metre line now. That was by Booker. Tutel goes left. Shifts it to Manafort and goes out wide now in the hands of Russell Nelson, who's taken down in a very good tackle there. 5th and last now for the Tamaraws. Ball's in her hands, crossfield kick. This is going to bounce, is it? Oh, it's spilled there by Tonner. Picked up by his opposite number, JJ Avery. And JJ Avery scores the first try for the Philippines Tamaraws. And after 7 minutes, it's the Philippines Tamaraws 4. Malta Knights 0 with a kick to come. That was very professionally done there in the end by JJ Avery. Ball dropped there by Riley Tonner. Johansel Avery is his full name.
Philippines from number 3.
Johansel Avery is his full name. And he has played for the Central Newcastle Butcher Boys and the Northern Hawks in the Newcastle Rugby League. Celebrated Armed Forces career as well. And we thank you for your service, JJ. And I'm sure the Philippines Tamaraws would thank you for yours. Wonderful catch and score for the first try of this Sims, this international test match between the Philippines and Malta. Live and exclusive to the Spot On Productions website. So get on the Facebook page. If you are watching, you are able to order the games live on the page. Only $30 a game or $35 a game. Expert camera work. Hopefully your commentary's not too bad either, as Nick Forrest puts over the extras. Nick Forrest, a handy Oztag player. He played for the Philippines Tamaraws last year. Last year's result in the second of the Friendship Cup Test matches was Malta 46, Philippines 22, so it was a high-scoring game. And on October the 23rd, Philippines won 32-0, so it's 1-1 in the series. And since then, the Philippines have played in 2 other Test matches. That was in July and January of last year, where they were the July game against the South Africans. They were beaten 72-14, and then they beat Greece 38-0 in January of last year. So the ball goes to the sky, and it was almost dropped in by Tutel, but he hung onto it and gave it to Cairns, who takes it to about the 10-metre line, and he's taken down by Luke Moore. Out of dummy half now. Just giving himself a bit of a shoot and scoot and a few extra metres. Tutel gives it off. Good tackle there by Tyler Cassell. And it's a penalty to the Philippines. Too much muck there. And a strip in the end. Cole Cassell. Tyler Cassell was the guilty party for the strip. Tamaraws will get a penalty. It's one each in the penalty count. That ball's end up near the camera here, is it? Well, these people not watching are going to cop one. So 1-1 in the penalty count. It's right on the halfway line there, and JJ Avery will give it across to Bernstrom, and Bernstrom will pinch another 8 or 10 metres. Every time he touches the footy, he looks like he's going to do something dangerous with it. As Cairns with the old traditional front row crash and bash. To about the 35 here. Tutel looking for a penalty, saying it's too long in the ruck, sir. Manafort got it across. Well tackled there by Blake Phillips. The Knights are in trouble again as they shoot it out to Ubaldo, who gets it to the fullback in Williams, who shoots it all the way across. That was a pretty good offload then, but then the Knights may have picked this up. It's a long way from here. The Tamaraws retain possession. It's a long ball. It comes out to Forrest, all the way out to Bernstrom, who's going to try and run it. Pass across to Avery, who's taken down by a couple of the Knights, Barlow and Tonner. Fifth and last for the Tamaraws. Can they handle it correctly this time? Forrest goes to the ground. That's 6 again, I'd suggest. Throws it into the air and hope more than anything else. Achian Pong grabs it and he hands it out to Avery. Avery goes out to Nelson, who goes for the grubber when they had 6 again. Don't think he was aware of the referee's call and he's needlessly turned it over. Probably should have looked at the referee and listened, but the Tamaraws have given the footy away. Malta get out of trouble as they hit this up. Looked like a high one on Zara. Referee says go back and play it, so Ben Zara from Rouse Hill. As I said before, he carries it out. And second or third tackle here for the Knights is Luke Moore. Takes another hit up. That was solid contact. Driving back. And that's Kyle Caselli says, I'm not going to get driven back. I'm going to drive you back. And he pinches some more metres. That was tough stuff from the Malta Knights. As Cassell gets it. Camilleri out of dummy half. A bit of a twist and turn. Nice run. Booker still going. I can't believe the referees called that a tackle. Wasn't held. By the less, Camilleri goes across to Paperay, who's smothered off the kick again. They're taking their sweet time kicking at the Knights. Comes to Achiampong. Achiampong now goes across the field. Isaac Achiampong from the Leichhardt Wanderers takes it up to 5 metres from the halfway. Scooting out a dummy half. That was a good run, Isaac Rosario. Rosario from the Wentworthville Opens Club. Tutel shoots it back on the inside to Stevenson, who scored a double last year in a losing side. Haven't seen a lot of Ned Stevenson, but I can tell you one thing. He's got a burst of speed that'll split the game wide open. Nice tackle there by the Knights. That was by Jay Camilleri. They bring it to the inside through Forrest. Forrest goes to Williams. Williams darts back on the inside. He's looking for that gap. Camilleri almost got him, but Booker did in the end. Fifth and last for the Tamaraws. They're looking really dangerous. Forrest, will he go to the ground or the air? He goes to the crossfield kick, looking for Achiampong. And it's taken in the end goal and 7 tackle, 20-metre restart. Cooper Barlow, I don't really think he held it, but the referee gave him the benefit of the doubt. So we played 13 minutes here in this first half. 6 points to nil in favour of the Tamaraws. I thought he missed the first kick, but we'll go with what the scoreboard says for now. It is 6 points to nil at this stage. Ball in the hands of Luke Moore now. Cross here now. This is Sherry. Sherry tries to burst through, and he does. He had support, but he tried to stutter, and he almost lost all that momentum. He had Zara on his outside. And if it had gone to Zara, Zara probably would have gone under the posts. In the meantime, Phillips tries to dart across. Shows and goes. Pinches 3 more metres. Dummy half now, Camilleri. Which side's he going to go? 6 again, says the referee. Too much muck in the ruck. In the hands of Booker now. They've got a chance here, the Malta Knights. They've just got to take their time and play it. Camilleri scoots out a dummy half. Nice shoot and scoot, Jai Camilleri. Booker a dummy half now. Tamaraws are pretty good both ways at this point. It's in the hands of Gretsch. Aaron Gretsch from the Mascot Club. Camilleri. Booker. It's a little bit disjointed from the Knights. Booker bumps off one and tried to go through another. He bumped off Cairns beautifully. In the hands of Blake Phillips. Phillips went to give it. It's been a very poor set from the Knights. 5th and last. Ball's in the hands now. It goes to Sherry. Sherry gets up. And it's going to be a tackle counted and it's a turnover. It's about as good as it's been for the Knights, but that set was disappointing given they had a 7, the old 6 again. They didn't make much of it. To be perfectly fair, they looked a little out of sorts on that one. So the Philippines Tamaraws, they'll get the chance to bring it out. They bring it out nicely now. Working the football through the sets. Could be a back row set by the look of things. They're just playing it a little bit quicker than normal. Tutel just drives it forward. Brings it to the right-hand side. Long clearing kick. Looking for a 40-20, actually, if he can get it. But Ben Zara cleans that one up. And the Rouse Hill boy comes to the middle of the field, tries to find the gap. Jordan Jones looks like he's on for his first action for the Tamaraws. And he makes one of the tackles, a dummy half. Cassell, it's one of the Cassells. It's the hairstyle that's very, very synonymous with the Cassell boys. As Luke Moore hits it up. That's a good run there from Moore. The Rooster from Woy Woy on the Central Coast. Camilleri. Play Paray. Goes across to Sherry. Sherry, who made the bust before, gets over halfway. Taken down in a good tackle by Forrest. They go to the left again. Play Paray. Short ball, that was Tonner. Tried to release Barlow. And you can hear one of the boys from the Knights say, just hold it. Frustrated. Hasn't been a very tidy first 17 minutes for the Knights. The side ranked 15th on the ladder in the world rankings. The side that destroyed Italy in Italy 42 points to nil. Well, it's a completely different team if I'm being honest. There's a European version of the Malta Knights and then the Malta Knights that are based out of Australia. They're all eligible to play for Malta. Just the huge travel demands that make it so. As Jordan Jones from the Central Newcastle Butcher boys, who made their first grand final in senior Newcastle Rugby League for about 70 or 80 years and then went down to the Pickers of Maitland. And that's a knock on. Good tackling pressure. That was Blake Phillips. And Luke Moore, the 2 prop forwards, going bang, bang. And big influence on that one. Scrum feed to the Malta Knights now. Just over the half, or just before the halfway line now is Tonner. He's taken in a nice tackle. That was a good tackle there by JJ Avery, the try scorer. This is Sherry. Over the red zone, over the red line. That's the 40 here at Newera Stadium. This is Booker. Booker, who got taken high and just shrugged it off. Got to the 30. Referee called out. He's just trying to release the shackles. Camilleri. Gretsch. Cassell. Sidestep. That was nice from Tyler. Gets it into the red zone now. They're inside the 20. Can they make this attack count here, the Knights? Camilleri goes to Phillips. Phillips just worming his way through, not really doing much with it. 5th and last to the Knights. So we're going to see a crossfield kick here, perhaps. No, they're going to go the short. Grubber kick. It's all a little bit untidy. Referee has said turnover, give it to the Philippines. They've been very sturdy in defence, Philippines, in this first 19 minutes. That's why they're in front by 6 points to nil. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Spot On Productions. You'll go to for quality sports, broadcasting and coverage, live streams, recorded products. The boys can do it all. We do it out of the ute, the old work ute. Referee says play on there. A couple of players are offside. They move it across the field now, the Tamaroas. That is a wonderful pass. Looks like Williams with the football. Could even be Anchiapong. Fifth and last. That was a terrific effort there by the Tamaroas. They shift it back to the middle. Forrest. They're going to go crossfield. No, he goes for the big, high, towering, spiralling bomb. And that was almost well done. It came off the upright. Ben Zara had to keep his wits about him and does. Shrugs the tackle and picks up 18, maybe 20 metres. That was well done in the end there by Ben Zara, who left it. Oh, gee, that's untidy. Wow. Cooper Barlow. Won't want to watch that back. The Hills Bulls player who's on the wing, and he's going to go and hide in the corner, I think. Halfway through the first half at 6 points to nil. Try scorer JJ Avery after 7 minutes. Malta Knights have had a couple of close plays inside their 10, but they just haven't been able to get over the line. The Philippines have defended very well for the most part as the scrum comes out to Forrest. Forrest to Williams. Williams got a very quick sidestep. That's a great shimmy off the left. Two good shimmies. Brings it central. Ball in the hands now of Cairns. Cairns tries to bust. To tell it dummy half. Is he going to go left or right? I think he's going to go left this time. It's in the hands of Ubaldo. Ubaldo taken down by Tyler Cassell. Big man on little man. Always a mismatch. Goes to the left. Nelson Russell. Taken down in the tackle eventually. Lots of Philippines, Tamaroa, Sampaguitas fans here. It's great to see here at New Era Stadium. Put on the toe by Stevenson. And the Knights take it. And it was pretty easily done in the end by Malta. They've got to work this out now with the back row set. Pretty sure that was Ben Zara that did the first hit up. He's been in a lot of good things for the Knights. Tackle was clean there by Ian Nelson of the Tamaroas. It's a warm afternoon here in Cabramatta. It was only scheduled to be 21 degrees, but I reckon it's warmer than that. Carrying it forward there was Luke Moore. Dummy half Camilleri. Shoot and scoop from Camilleri. 8 metres from the halfway line. The Tamaroas have done well in this set to keep them inside their half. Going high in the sky. That's going to fall short. Well taken in the end. Williams, the fullback, gets around the first player. Sidesteps a second. Booker's going to hold him and say, come to me, son. And Anthony Booker from the Macquarie Scorpions takes him down in a scorpion-like grip. Holds him down too long in the rock. And the referee says, you took too long, fellas. You might be Knights of the Round Table, but you're not Knights of the New Era Stadium, so you can have a penalty for that one. And Philippines will get a nice little piggyback. That's a great kick from Forrest. Hits the roof of the New Era Property Development's roof. Stevenson will pick this footy up and give it straight to Ubaldo, who in turn gives it to Nelson. 4 to the 6 to the 8. Booker takes him down in the tackle, they're 13. Tutel screaming for a penalty. Jones. Look at the action, the movement everywhere from the Tamaroas. Looking very good with the footy in hand, Philippines. They look dangerous. That was an untidy play, the ball. Ref says too much in the ruck again. Penalty to the Tamaroas. Pulled the leg from underneath him as he tried to play the football. That's a signal from the ref. Undisciplined work from the Knights. Tutel takes the tap. Cairns. Straight up. Only knows one way. Still working, Jeremy Cairns. Good metres. Tutel, first receiver's going to be Jones. Jones will take this flat and hard. Taken down in a good tackle. Tutel was calling for a penalty, but he probably wasn't going to get it. Untidy ball to Ubaldo. He made the most of it. Stevenson gets through, bounces off, gives it to his teammate who scores. The easiest of tries for the Philippines Tamaroas. I think that could be Isaac Rosario. We'll just wait for the confirmation, but it's 8 points, it's 10 points to nil. with a kick to come. Pretty sure it was Isaac Rosario.
From number 5, Filipino team leading 10 with a kick.
Isaac Rosario in the 25th minute. It was Ned Stevenson who made the break. Isaac Rosario was just on the outside to get the pass. Ned Stevenson, he scored 2 tries in last year's test match, and he's assisted 1 this afternoon. Wonderful piece of work. Been a terrific first 25 minutes from the Philippines Tamaraws. Malta Knights haven't been at the races, if I'm being absolutely fair. And anyone that knows me when I commentate, I do have the Maltese heritage, but I don't have any skin in the game, I can tell you that much. They've been absolutely blown off the park in the first 25. Aaron McDonald's got a lot of work to do. And the boys on the park have got a lot of accountability. Philippines have just been too strong. Forrest, Tutel's been great. Forrest Cairns has been outstanding in the front row. And that kick's short. Pretty sure it's Avery taking the kicks, but have to have another look at that. That one was unsuccessful nonetheless. So, scoreboard has it at 10 points to 0. It's 2 tries to 0. And to be perfectly fair, the Philippines are unlucky not to be further in front, as they send it a long way back, and it's fielded beautifully. Pretty sure this is Jordan Jones. And if it's not Jordan Jones, it's Jeremy Cairns. It is Jeremy Cairns who takes it forward. Another little hit up there. Working through the pack. They get outside their 20 pretty easily there. Tutel out of dummy half. They shoot it wide again. And this is Russell Nelson who busts the gap again. They're working it through the gap. Working it down the wing. And that's a wonderful cover tackle by Kyle Cassell. That was a 3rd try to the Philippines if they didn't get there. Brilliant tackle. And that was on Stevenson, who was looking to add to the 2 tries he scored last year. Jordan Jones takes it to the ground. Knights are shell-shocked. Forrest works it behind him. That was to Williams in a back row move. 13 minutes to go, 5th and last. Philippines Tamaraws ready to go again. Forrest goes to the grubber. That's a beauty. Chasing it down there was Avery. And tapping it out onto the sideline or over the dead ball line is Cooper Barlow. 20 goal line dropout for the Knights. 10 points to 0 down. They were beaten 32 points to 0 in 2022. They won 46-22 last year. And they don't look like they're even in the hunt in this first 20 minutes. Cassell goes for the massive dropout. That's a ripping kick. That goes 50 metres. Chiapong. Cairns loves the contact. Post-contact meters extraordinaire. Then he coughs the footy up and he says, "Ref, got to go to the bunker. I didn't drop that. It was stripped." Pleads his case. We don't have a bunker. I reckon I'm standing as close as to what we've got to a bunker, but it's not going to happen. So scrum feed to the Knights. Good restart there for Malta. That's Cassell dragging it out. Luke Moore now has been very good for Malta. Good offload. Play on, says the referee. It came off the foot of Jackson. Jackson's been in the action twice and he let the ball go the first time. They threw it to him the second time and he didn't really know much about it, unfortunately. He's only just come on the field, so I've got to give him his dues. He's had that opportunity now and we'll hopefully make the most of it. So 30, coming into the 30th minute of this first half. It's 10 points to 0 in favour of the Philippines. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Spot On Productions and bringing you the stream today. Ashley Borg is my name. Thank you to Reynaldo and David from the Malta and the Philippines. Giving me the opportunity to call the games for them today is Ubado, Williams, Stevenson, stepping, Kyle Cassell tackling, the two number forwards. Make it count, Tonna Dovon the player. Play on, says the ref. And it's going to be a penalty to Malta for an incorrect play the ball, I'm pretty sure that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Malta are going to get their second penalty of the contest. We've had 5 penalties in total in this match. And it's one that the Knights absolutely needed because they're struggling and they need everything they can get. I reckon that's the shortest kick to touch I've ever seen by Cassell. And Malta get a chance to play it here through Gretsch, who taps it on the foot and goes to Moore. Moore will get to halfway here, I can almost guarantee you of that, and he does. Thank you, Luke. Love your work, Rooster. Camilleri out of dummy half. Tries to shoot and scoot, got the high shot. Play on, says the ref. Camilleri still going. Great run, Jai Camilleri. They're still working it quickly. Almost tripping over his own feet. There was Tyson Jackson. And Tyson Jackson from the De La Salle Karimba team gets it to about the 20. They shoot it to Paperay. Paperay to Sherry. They call for a forward pass. They're not calling for it at all. And Sherry goes to ground. 6 again for Malta. Surely they make this count. Ball's in the hands here of Phillips. Phillips with the bump and shove and the spin and the reach and the try. Malta get on the board. Blake Phillips. Gee, he's been good as the number 10, Blake Phillips. He deserves the try from the Collegians Football Club. And it's 10 points to 4 with a kick to come. 9 minutes to go in the first half.
From number 10, kick to go.
So Blake Phillips, he hit the pack, he spun, he bumped and shoved, and he reached over. And he used every bit of those Go-Go Gadget arms to get over the line. And the 15th ranked Knights get back in the contest. Putting over the extras, or trying to, is Tyler Cassell. So Tyler Cassell from the Right Eastwood Club to try and put over the extras to make it 10 points to 6. And Cassell does very nicely. To be perfectly fair, the Knights haven't looked dangerous at all. But that one burst has seen them right back in this game. It is 10 points to 6. There are 7 minutes and 45 seconds left in his first half. Ashley Borg here on Spot On Productions. And the Tamaraws to kick it off. That was Forrest. He sends it a long way down. Well fielded. It was a Cassell. And this is Tyson Jackson. The De La Salle Karimba boy drives it all the way to about the 25. That was a good run. Had a bit of a stutter and he almost fell over himself on the first pickup, but he did well. That's Camilleri. That's round the neck. Referee says no, play it. Camilleri must have a very big neck. Comes across to Moore. Moore pinching, scrunching and scramping for metres. Camilleri bumps off one, goes across to Paperay. Paperay looks for the gap and finds it. Bumps through a couple of beautiful tackles there. Goes across. Effort there at his Jeremy Williams. That makes the tackle at fullback, and he does well. Holds him a little long. Referee says play it. Camilleri goes to Grubber. Plays it. I reckon that's gone backwards. Referee says it's gone forwards. Tamaraws are stiff. I reckon they went backwards off the Tamaraw, but the referee says it went forward. So player on the ref on the ground, he'll get the call over me every day of the week, that's for sure. And the Knights get the chance here with 6 minutes and a little bit of change remaining. They've just got 6 minutes now. They score now, they'll have the chance to hit the front in this test match And for the first 25 minutes, they've looked right out of it. This will be a dramatic turnaround if they can get it. Adam Zara on the field for Malta in the 14. Locking at the back of the scrum there, Booker has shifted across. This is Tyler Cassell. He's been very good, Tyler Cassell, as well as his brother Kyle. Boys love their Malta football. Shoots it to Moore. Moore wrestling with the Tamaraws. Good tackle there, Russell Nelson. Camilleri. Papare. Sherry in the gap! And I reckon it's a Shepherd. I reckon I saw what the ref did. He ran around the back of his attacker to try and pinch it across, and he spotted it well, the referee. Penalty against the Knights. That was for obstruction. For the old Shepherd. Braden Sherry was in under the post. He had a gap as big as the Grand Canyon, and you can tell why. That's a great kick. One of the little kids will have delight in grabbing the footy. Hits our little work truck here, and the Philippines will restart it. Getting into the action, Adam Zara. In there is Papare. That was a nice tackle. Good hit there on JJ Avery, one of the try scorers in this game. He's the first try scorer in this match, in this Sims, this test match. Tutel, Jones. Good ball, Ubaldo. Williams, beautiful movement by the Tamaraws. Stevenson gets it. And he's taken in a good tackle. 8 metres over the halfway line now, the Tamaraws. Ubaldo. The 15 is Liam Burns. Burns goes bang and bumps off a player. Pretty sure that was Camilleri that copped it. Burns pinched extra post-contact metres. Beautifully done. They shift it out to the back row now. Burnstrom. Takes it in a nice tackle. He's about 28 metres from his own try line. Forrest goes high to the sky. Chases. Stevenson came. Beautifully taken, Tonner. That was Stevenson and Rosario. He came absolutely flying at him, but he stood firm. Did Riley Tonner. The Eagle Vale St Andrews boy. And Malta Knight. Here's Jackson. Action Jackson coming in for metres. 17 for the Knights. Camilleri, the two headgear boys. Take her with him. Here's the 20, Tristan Uapaiaperi. Still working. Still going, Tristan Uapaiaperi. Tristan Uapaiaperi. Takes it now. This is Papare, the Jordan variety. Takes it over halfway and into the 40. Fifth and last for the Knights. A little slow to play it. Camilleri goes to Gretsch, who goes to the sky. It's in a very awkward area. Tyler Cassell tries to get it. It opens up the wing now. The Tamaraws can get it. This is Williams with the footy. He shows a little bit of toe. Goes around Cassell. Tries to beat another play but doesn't get past Riley Tonner, who finishes off a tackle. That was well done. And he's hurt himself here, I think, Williams. He's cramped up. And under the International Rugby League rules, we will stop the clock at 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Whilst Jerome Williams gets a little bit of attention. Burns, that was a big collision there by Phillips. Liam Burns played under 19s in 2023 for the Tamaraws. That was a big shot there. That was Burnstrom again, the rugby player turned league player today. He turns it inside to Ian Nelson. 2 minutes on the clock remaining. They're about 25 metres from the line. Jones to Ubaldo. Oh, Nelson, he smashed Russell Nelson. That was a big hit. And then it was knocked on. I don't think Stevenson knocked it on. Russell Nelson's going to feel that one. He'll need the privacy of the sheds to dust that one off, that's for sure. That was a big hit. Pretty sure it was Kyle Cassell that hit it. Kyle Cassell, Wentworthville club. Scrum feed to the Knights. It's 10 points to 6. This game's turned into an absolute beauty. Hope you're enjoying all the action. They've only got a minute and about 75 seconds. Actually, I thought it was a night scrum, but it's Tamaroas. Williams picks it up, and he tried to go past Adam Zara. Did in the end, offloaded to Tutela, went to Ubaldo. Ubaldo to Burns, who bounced off him and goes to Russell Nelson. Shows and goes. That was a good effort. And takes it to inside the red zone now. They're 20 metres out or less. Burns will be the first receiver. Look to turn it. That was a good tackle there. That was Tyler Cassell, who took him one-on-one. Pretty sure his brother came in to help him. Might have been more, actually. Tutela. Wide ball. Great pick-up, Rosario. Rosario finishes it. That's a tremendous try to the Philippines. Individual brilliance by Isaac Rosario. With 30 seconds to go on the clock. The pass was awkward. It was a double cutout of sorts. He picked it up right off the shoelaces. Dodged his opponent, scored the try, and puts the Philippines 8 points ahead with a kick to come. 15 seconds from half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Rosario from the Wentworthville Opens Club. That was a brilliant pickup. He had no right to pick it up, to be perfectly honest. Picking up some great work in the stands there. Atmosphere's tremendous here at New Era Stadium. The Philippines, Tamaroas and the Malta Knights doing battle in this Senior International Test match here at New Era Stadium. And Malta will be 6 at half-time. Just a matter of what the Philippines, Tamaroas will be as the kick comes in. Right on the sideline. It's got the legs, if it's got the absolute distance, and it's got the accuracy too. That was a beautiful kick by Nick Forrest. As we go to the half-time break.
Conversion successful. Score 16-6.
We go to the half-time break. Philippines, Tamaroas 16, Malta Knights 6. Try scorers JJ Avery in the 7th minute, Isaac Rosario in the 25th minute, and the 40th minute double. Malta Knights with a try to Blake Phillips in the 31st minute. It's 2 conversions to 1 and 3 tries to 1. Tamaroas have played the Knights off the park in the first half. They tried to come back there in the 30th minute or so. But to be honest, Aaron McDonald's got some work to do in the sheds, and the players have got some regrouping for the Knights. The Tamaroas, Paul Sheedy be absolutely ecstatic with the first half and see if they can keep it going in the second. I'll take a short break. Hopefully you enjoy your half-time break as well, and we'll see you in about 10 to 12 minutes for the second half action between the Philippines, Tamaroas and the Malta Knights in this Senior International Test match. Welcome back again to New Era Stadium. It's Cabramatta, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Philippines Tamaraws leading the Malta Knights 16 points to 6. Isaac Rosario has 2 tries. JJ Avery has 1. And for the Malta Knights, Blake Phillips has his try in the 31st minute. To be fair to the Philippines Tamaraws, they have really played beautifully today. They've dominated this contest. But they haven't put it away on the scoreboard. And that's where it counts. So if the Knights can start this second half well and start it with some vigour, they can get themselves back in this game. They've got 40 minutes. I wonder what Aaron McDonald would have said in the sheds at half-time. I don't know if it would have been overly friendly. I don't know if it would have been polite. Would have been some harsh words said for the 15th world-ranked side. They won this corresponding test match 46-22 last year. And the Malta Knights are going to run from left to right and kick off in the second half. It's an awkward bouncing ball. Williams feeds it to Burns. Burns and Uapuapare. They're the 2 biggest men on the field, and we saw the big clash. It was good to see too. Hope to see more of it in this second half. As Tyson Jackson makes the tackle there on Jordan Jones, one of the players in a tackle with Camilleri. That's a great ball, and he's gone through. This is Stevenson, who went to the outside to Rosario for the hat-trick and completely fluffed his lines. Ned Stevenson. Whenever he touches the football, look out. He has got a real turn of speed and ability to break the line. He scored 2 tries last year, and he assisted 1 already to Rosario. Pretty sure he might have assisted the second one to Rosario too. In any case, the Knights have the footy on their 40. And they work it now to the halfway. The tackle was Ian Nelson. Player with the ball in hand was Booker. Here's Uapuapare. That is terrific post-contact metres. This guy doesn't have a club. Someone sign him up. Gee, that's a good run from Tristan Uapuapare. Here's Camilleri shooting, scooting out a dummy up. Jai Camilleri goes to about 10. And he's almost there. Gives it across. That's a very poor ball. That was Gretsch. That threw it out wide and didn't really make much of it. Ben Zara tries to clean it up and gets tackled. One of them was Ubaldo in the tackle. Camilleri chooses to go back to the left to Gretsch. Can he make a better pass? He does this time to Papare, who turns it on the inside. This is Blake Phillips, who scored the first try for Malta, the only try for Malta. He's darting back and forward. They can't stop him. Bounced off Tutel. Phillips still going. Phillips with another sidestep. Goodness gracious me, he's got more moves than I've got on the dance floor. Blake Phillips finally stopped. Camilleri, 5th and last. Grubber kick. Uapuapare scores! That's a great start from the Maltese. Tristan Uapuapare. In the 43rd minute, it is now 16 points to 10. With a kick to come, it was a simple grubber. And the Tamaraws were nowhere near it.
Try to Malta. Score is 16-10 with a kick to come. Try scorer was number 20.
It was the start Aaron McDonald wanted, and it was the one that Paul Sheedy was dreading. Tristan Uapuapare has no club listed. Tell you what, you'd want to sign him up on the basis of that first 3 minutes he's played in this half. Tyler Cassell put over the extras in the first half. Can he put him over with this kick? He's about 12 to 13 metres out. And he's probably about 4 or 5, maybe 8 metres from the black dot to the centre. looked simple, made it look easy. 16-12.
Conversion successful.
And it's only 4 points the difference now. Tamaraws and the Knights fighting it out in their third Friendship Cup. The Friendship Cup's decided on the basis of all of the games. The Malta Knights and the Malta Junior Baby Dames, they won their first game of the day against the Sampaguitas. And then the Knights 16s and 18s won their games. And then since then, Philippines have won the last two. So if they win this one, it'll be 3 games all. Not sure how they determine the winner of the Friendship Cup, or maybe they just share it. Down on the deck and not moving at all is Tutel. He is now getting up, which is a good sign. They need him. Wonder if he's going to go off on the HIA, or wonder what it is that's wrong with him for starters. There's a trainer in the background. We'll go back to the action. It's in the hands of Sherry. Tutel's going off on the HIA. So they'll need the HIA replacement there. Trying to shimmy his way through his Paper A. Paper A does beautifully. Looking for someone on the inside and the outside. He goes to Tyson Jackson. Jackson gets stopped about 12 metres out. If they come to the right, they have absolute numbers here, the Knights. They do so now. They go to Zara, who then switches to cross to the left, goes to Phillips. Phillips is going to do side steps galore. He gets held in the tackle. And Rosario eventually does it with Burns, the 5 and the 15. They go to the left this side. Turns it inside to Uapua Parade. Oh, I thought he nearly got there. That's the turnover. Uapua Parade nearly got himself over for a double. Gee, he's been handy, the 20. As I said, someone needs to put his signature on the dotted line. It's been outstanding in the second half. Oh, bustling run now. That was a good run, Isaac Achiapong. Ball comes out there, Marshall at dummy half. Replaces Tutel. They carry it to about 8 metres short of the halfway, and there's another injury for the Tamaraws. Oh, that looked untidy. Isaac Rosario crying out for a penalty. I reckon he must think it's a hip drop. He must be thinking it's an illegal tackle of some description. You can hear the Philippines fans in front of us. They're loud and proud. There's the flag being proudly displayed. I'm not sure if it's on your screen or not. We're still awaiting the injured player to get up. It looks like an ankle injury, actually. Players get a very easy breather here. They've only played 6 minutes of this second half, so they'd be reasonably fresh, the boys. This match goes towards international ranking points. As I said before, the Maltese, they're 15th on the table, and they're 1 place behind Greece. Now, I say that because Greece participated in a European World Cup qualifier last week, if my mind serves me correctly, which tells you that the Maltese are not that far away. They're actually playing the Rugby League World Qualifier tonight for Europe, which is France versus Wales. Serbia and the Ukraine are playing in a 3rd and 4th place playoff. So we await the injured player who plays the football. I think that might have been Stevenson, actually. It wasn't Stevenson, but anyhow, we'll go back to the contest. Jones plays it. Baldo, Williams. There's Ned Stevenson. Stevenson's doing well. He's still going. Offloads to Rosario. Rosario is in the clear air. And he put the ball down. I don't know how he managed to do it. It would have been easier for him to score the try than it would have been for him to drop the footy. But anyhow, the Philippines have left the Knights off the hook. Can't believe he's dropped the football. He was in clear real estate. The try line was calling. And he just dropped the football. Scrum feed to the Knights. Probably 15 metres, I'd say, from the Malta try line. Or from their own line. They go to the left-hand side now, and they just leave it behind. He's in his in-goal, Zara. He's going to have to do well to get out. This will be a miracle if he gets out. I don't know what a collective noun for a Tamaror is, but there are sure a hell of a lot of them. And the Knights are going to have to drop it out from their own goal line. That was absolutely catastrophic. The Tamarors turned it over, and the Knights said, we'll just give it back to you so you can have another go. It's been a second half of absolute contrast at this stage, and then they've almost dropped the footy there. Goodness gracious me, can we get back to the first half? That was very clean stuff. We're back onto it now. Tamarors! Alamonte dumped. Here's Jones. Jones to Ubaldo. Went to turn inside. He went outside to Williams. Williams bumps off Cassell. Stolen. Good work. I think that might be Barlow or Tonner. It is Tonner. Still on top of him. Referee says play it. Stevenson gets away with it. And now they're inside the 10, the Tamarors. So Malta, I'll get the piggy back. 3 penalties each in the game. I'm going to have to keep my wits about me here because they're going to kick it towards the old the Ute, but kick didn't have enough power on it to go to the Ute, so it's more of the Tamarors fans that are needing to worry. So Camilleri goes to Jackson. Jackson goes over the halfway, taken down by a gang tackle there, Alamonte and Burnstrom. That's a good effort. Phillips. Look at him go. I reckon he might have been a halfback or a winger in a past life because, gee, he's got a step on him for a big front rower. Blake Phillips. Here's Booker. Booker. Alamonte in the tackle. Going around the legs, Nelson. They point left and then they go right. Camilleri with the shoot and scoot again. Camilleri looking for the line! Jai Camilleri. Individual brilliance from the number 9. And Malta draw level. Jai Camilleri from Parramatta. The old Parramatta Eel system.
Try scored to Malta by number 9, Jai Camilleri.
That was a wonderful individual piece of work. And now we're level. 16 all in the test match. Just the way we like it here at New Era. So it was 16 points to 6 at half time. Malta have come out. They've scored the first 2 tries. Cassell to put them in front. As I said, they didn't look like it in the first half. Whatever Aaron McDonald said and whatever the boys did in the half-time group at the Sheds, it's worked. Because they're in front now, 18 points to 16. The 15th world-ranked Maltese Knights. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Spot on production stream. Thank you again to the boys for providing the Philippines and the Malta Knights and the Dames and the Sampaguitas with a wonderful stream today. The Knights have hit the front 18-16. It's the first time they've hit the lead for this match. That ball's short. They need to get on it. They do. Stevenson almost got there. And then he went for the strip. And then the touch judge has seen the knock on. Gee, that was good play by Ned Stevenson. He was aware enough to chase the ball down, and Cole Cassell's coughed it up. Well, might have been Jackson, actually. I think they're calling out to the 17 of Malta. Gee, the Knights conspiring to lose the match. They've just hit the lead. You want to keep it. Tamaraws with the scrum feed now. Ned Stevenson will be the first receiver off the left, but they go to the right-hand side here to Forrest. Forrest tries to turn it. They take down a Tamaraw in the tackle. That was Marshall. This will be Jones, I'm pretty certain. Bit hard to tell. The sun's coming down over the top now. It's hard to see some of the numbers. Ian Nelson turns it to Russell. Russell Nelson. And I reckon there's a late tackle there by Cassell. Tyler Cassell has taken out a Tamaraw, and the Tamaraw's down. Pretty sure it's Williams. Just have to wait and see if he gets up, when he gets up, who it is. They must have thought it was going in the back row then. And Tyler Cassell rushed out and smashed the Tamaraw. And he's given away the penalty. So Russell Nelson now tries to play it. Picked up and taken right back where he started. That was good work. Dummy half is Manafort. Shoots it to Forrest. Forrest to Williams. Williams tries to burrow under Booker. His two Knights teammates take him down. I reckon he was about a metre over the mark. He's reached out and scored, has he? No. They need to be very careful in Malta. They go really wide to Forrest. He grubbers it in. Booker takes it. He's going to try and get all the way out, but he stepped over the dead ball line at the back. And Malta will have their third goal line dropout for the afternoon. Nice kick out there to Ubaldo. He shoots it to Nelson. Russell Nelson to Ubaldo. Ubaldo to Manafort. Got two different names for James. It's Manafort on the team sheet and Hannaford the one that was provided. Jones. Nelson. About 5 or 6 metres out. Maltese tackle was effective. Jones at dummy half. That's interesting. Manafort burrowing. Couldn't get all the way under. Needed a bigger shovel. It's pretty well covered all the way by the Knights here. It goes to Forrest. That's a wonderful grubber. The chase was on. Bernstrom was there, and that's another repeat set. Gee, they've done well again. Tamaraws applying the pressure. The Knights refusing to yield. That's a long dropout this time. Well fielded by Williams. Williams taken down. Phillips and Booker. That was very well done by Williams. And then a penalty against the Tamaraws for a high shot. They're going to play it quickly, are they? No. Jerome Williams has been in the Philippine system for a while now. Plays it. Well played there by the Tamaraw. This one's going to come out to Jones, first receiver. No, they go to Ubaldo. Ubaldo goes to Stevenson, and he's absolutely decked. Cole Cassell read it like a book. Williams at dummy half now. He tries to shoot and scoot. Gets past one. Burrows under the other. Couldn't get his arm out to reach. Well covered there by the Knights. Stevenson. Poor ball. Forrest makes it look better than what it was. Tries to offload the pass. Ubaldo gets the football. He's dead set about 15 to 20 metres out. The black dot's round where he is. Tackle was done well there by Tyson Jackson. Still about 18 metres out, maybe 15. Shot out by Manafort to Forrest. Forrest coat hanging. Gee, he could be in the bin here. That was a horrible tackle. That was a horrible tackle there by the Malta Knights. Forrest did well to get up. You'd be tempted to take the 2 points to level the game, but they've just got the ascendancy. They're so close to the line. Alamonte. Nearly there for the Tamaraws. Ubaldo. Ubaldo turns it inside Stevenson. That was untidy. Diving on the football to save it. There was Russell Nelson. The Knights holding on for dear life here. We've still got 23 minutes to go, but when they scored that try after 10 minutes in the second half, they've been second best again. Ian Nelson with the footy. That was slow there from Ian. Manaford. Forrest. Forrest shows pumps, double pump, triple pumped, got tackled. Anthony Booker takes him down. Actually, that was Camilleri. Nelson, Russell Nelson! What a hit! Cole Cassell. But he's inside the 10. That was one of the best hits you'll see. And a penalty was given away for being inside the 10. 6 penalties to 3 to the Philippines. They've had 3 in quick succession. Surely they're going to make one of these count. They've had possession for such a long time inside the red zone. Malta are doing so well to hold them out. Ian Nelson now. Another big hit by Kyle Cassell. These are human wrecking ball. And he's coughed it up. Wowee. That is tremendous defence from the Malta Knights. First half, they didn't look in it. The second half, they played a lot better. They had to defend for their life the last 5 or 6 minutes. And now they've got the turnover. That is tremendous stuff from the Knights. They still lead at 18 points to 16. The Knights will need a steadying set here. They'll hope for a penalty or something to try and drag them out. If they can drag themselves out of this outside of this zone, they just need to hold the ball. Alamonte tries to hold in the tackle. Need a good set here, Malta. Philippines have been brilliant. Oh, dump. That is a tremendous tackle. And he's excited, Manafort. Here go the Knights again. Bernstrom on the tackle. In there with him is Tutell. It looks like he's come back on after the HIA. It's great to see Tyrone back on the field. He's a great player for the Tamaraws. Offloaded. That's come off feet. Ball's in the hands now. Paperay. And he gets taken on the halfway line. It's a little bit chaotic. It's a test match. There's rankings on the line. Booker tries to offload. That's gone forwards. Is it off the I don't know. The ref's going to have to call that. Booker's thrown the footy at the Tamaraw. And we're going to have a little bit of a Friendship Cup meeting.
All trainers off the field, please. All trainers off the field.
I reckon they've just had a little bit of a meeting to organise next year's Friendship Cup.
On the field.
They've tried to get the trainers off the field. That's good to see. The ground announcer did a beautiful job then. It was more of a coming together of the Philippines and Malta in a meeting to organise next year's Friendship Cup. There wasn't a great deal in that. Surely the referee will just put them in a scrum and say, boys, keep playing. We've gone through 20 minutes of the second half. The Malta Knights have scored 2 tries. The Tamaraws haven't scored a point in this half. They're now down by 18 points to 16. That looked tidy out of the scrum, but they got it out. Stevenson spun out of a Booker tackle and then ended up in a Cassell tackle. Cassell's trying to steal it, but he won't get it. Williams at the dummy half. Ubaldo looking to burrow underneath there, James Manaford. Tutell screaming for another penalty. Forrest bypasses a couple. Looking for some work from Bernstrom, I'm pretty sure that is in the 12. They're going to go back left again. This is Manafort turning back on the inside beautifully to Jones. Jones taken down in a great tackle there from Camilleri. They go to the right, Tutell. Forrest goes over the top of the defence. Is it going to stay in? Oh, the bounce was brilliant. Does he get it down? Referee's got some decisions to make. He's got some real decisions to make. I can't tell from here who the player is that's actually got the ball. So we're going to let the refs make the decision. That's what they get the money for. I reckon it's been held up. I think they've made the decision of held up. That is some brilliant defence from the Knights. The kick from Nick Forrest was so industrious, so intelligent. Very unlucky there, the Tamaraws. They go again. Crossfield kick. That's not a great kick at all. Tonner fields it. Stevenson tackles him. Well, based on the last 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, the Tamaraws are going to be the next to score, but you just don't know in this game because the Knights have defied them in every opportunity. Cassell holds it. There's a player down in back play, and they've offloaded it, and that's Zara with the football, Ben. Ben plays it quickly to Camilleri. They've got short in the line, so they go quickly through it. This is Luke Moore who bustles his way through. There's still a player down for the Tamaraws in back play. Not sure if the referee needs to stop this or not, but Camilleri plays it. That was Paperators tried to dummy through and wrap around. Play the ball quickly then. It was Sherry. They move it to the left. It's still a little bit untidy. Ball's in the hands now. Paperay again. Plays the football. No, he's tackled with a footy, and I think the ref finally worked out there's a player down. There's another player down. They're going down like 9 pins here at New Era Stadium. And there's a Malta Knights player on the... probably in about the same spot, if you symmetrically look at the field, who's being treated by a trainer. Gee, I hope this Tamaraws player is okay. He doesn't look good at all. The Malta Knights player's cramp. So we'll just have to wait and see here. I really hope this Tamaraws player's okay. Doesn't look in a good way at all. As I said, the Knights player's dealing with a bit of cramp, so cramp you can live with. So it's just a matter now of seeing what's happening here with this Tamaraws player. Clock stopped at 16 minutes and 54 seconds. Thank you once again to Spot On Video Sports Recording for the stream this afternoon, the women's and the men's match. We were supposed to have a women's test match as well, but unfortunately the Malta Dames couldn't field a team of players. They started the week with 16 and slowly but surely dwindled down, and they only ended up with 11 starting the game, and it was a negotiated forfeit to the Dames or to the to the Sampaguitas, which they probably wouldn't have accepted, to be honest, but knowing the Philippines Rugby League, they would have wanted to play. But they negotiated to have a nines game over 3 by 15-minute period, and the Sampaguitas won that one 34-28. As Juan Alamonte goes off the field. Juan Alamonte from the Seven Hills Club. He's an under-21 rep. Hopefully he's okay, and he'll be able to come back on the field at least in the next 17 minutes. So the Knights play it. Gretsch goes to the air. It's a no end-on-end kick, which is easy to take. That was Jerome Williams under the football. So Jerome Williams. Play it now, and this looks like Rosario taking it up. Rosario is the only one in the headgear for the Philippines. Go to play it now to Stevenson. It looks like a back row set, this one. Trying to move it forward. Cassell in the tackle. Tutel. Oh, good clash. Looks like Cairns in there. Taking that footy up. So Cairns. Tutel. I reckon if Tutel got all the penalties he called for, the Philippines would have 100. Good kick there by Forrest. Well fielded. Pretty sure this is Barlow with it. Barlow's had a couple of errors in this game, and he's... Don't tell me he's got another one. I'm pretty sure he's held onto the footy on this one. He played it successfully. This is Adam Zara with the football in the 14. Malta Knights still lead at 18 points to 16. 16 minutes to go in this Sims, the senior international match. Oh, that was a good tackle effort there by Stevenson and shrugged off wonderfully well by the Knights player. Camilleri shifts it right. Goes through the hands. That was well done, Rosario. It'll be 6 again if they pick it up, and they do. Referee says play on. Kyle Cassell takes meters and then offloads. That's brilliant. I'm pretty sure it's Moore. Just got to wait and see who the number is. It is the number 8. It is Luke Moore from the Woy Woy Roosters. Taken down beautifully in a tackle there, Jerome Williams. He's trying to hold him for a bit longer. 6 again, says the referee. Camilleri scoots out a dummy half. Goes to Zara. Ben Zara with the footy now. He takes it towards the centre. He's about 12 metres out from the line. They're screaming for a penalty, the Knights. The Tamaraws eventually get back to where they need to be. Camilleri to Gretsch, probably a low ball, picked it up well. Good effort on the run. Phillips! Beautifully done, Blake. Phillips saw a gap right up the middle of the Tamaraws defence and said, thank your mother for the Rabbits. 65 minutes gone. Malta Knights 22, Philippines Tamaraws 16, kick to come.
By number 10, Blake Phillips.
The Knights have scored 3 tries to 1 in this second half.
His third try for the day. Great effort.
In an absolutely 180-degree turnaround from the first half, where they didn't even look like scoring. Whatever Aaron McDonald and the coaching staff of the Malta Knights said in the dressing sheds at half-time has absolutely worked, because they've been very good in this second half, apart from 7 minutes where they had to defend for their life. And like the Knights of the Round Table, they've held off the Tamaraws, and now they're going to extend the lead through Tyler Cassell, who's been 3 for 3 on conversions and shouldn't miss this one. Commentator's curse is always a factor, but he should not miss. 4 for 4. Malta Knights 24, Philippines Tamaraws 16. It's an 8-point lead, 13 minutes and change to go in this match. It's the 15th world-ranked Malta Knights versus the 27th world-ranked Philippines Tamaraws. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen. The result is not finalised at all. The Tamaraws absolutely have the capability to come back. They've got some outstanding footballers out there. Gerald Ubaldo, who played very well at half-back, and Nick Forrest has been sensational. 5'8" and half-back respectively as Forrest puts it in. Oh, he's lost it in the sun. He absolutely lost that in the sun. I'm pretty sure that is Adam Zara. And if it isn't, it's Will Exton. He looked up into the sun and just lost the football completely then. And they get a break here, the Tamaraws. They really need to make this count. They've had so much attack in this fight, in this 20-metre area. They haven't been able to make it count. Can they do so now? Here's Ubaldo. Turns it on the inside. Russell Nelson. Taken down in a great tackle, Booker. Tutel goes to the left. Ubaldo. Ubaldo weaves some magic. Great ball to Williams. Williams. Well stopped there by Zara. Oh, that was a hard tackle. Actually, it was Kyle Cassell. That was a crunching tackle. Doesn't look in a good way. Referee's going to make a decision whether it's a HIA here. And tell you what, if Kyle Cassell comes off the field, the Knights are going to be at a disadvantage because he's been one of their best. I think he's got a cut. I think what I can see from here is Kyle Cassell with a big cut on his head. Or is it? I reckon Gary and Brendan, this is where you look at a screen rather than try and call it off the ground. I reckon he might have a cut. This is where my binoculars come in handy, but I've just had rotator cuff surgery and I can't pick them up. The things you do for your nation, hey. So treating Kyle Cassell now, it is a cut. I'm pretty certain it is. You can see a bit of claret. So I'll recap this game so far. So the 7th minute saw JJ Avery score the first try for the Philippines. And then Isaac Rosario in the 25th minute extended the lead for the Philippines. Blake Phillips scored in the 31st minute to narrow the gap. And then Rosario scored with a bit of individual brilliance with that pick up off the deck, which had no right to pick up, really. And it was 16 points to 6 at half-time in favour of the Tamaraws. But the Malta Knights, they've gone bang, and they've gone bang again. Through the agency of Tristan Uapua-Pereri in the 43rd minute, Jai Camilleri in the 50th, and Blake Phillips with his double in the 65th. Tyler Cassell has been a dead-eye dick with the ball with kicking, 4 from 4. To be fair to him, most of them have been under the sticks, in front of the sticks. And with 12 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this match, the Malta Knights lead the match by 24 points to 16. If they win this game, it is genuine. If I'm telling the story of this game, it is genuinely a game of two halves. With Baldo, Marshall, Ashley Marshall, Tutela dummy half. Forrest goes for a nice ball. Gee, that was a good pass. 5th and last for the Philippines now. Can they make this go? They tried the grubber. That was well handled. Not sure who that is, but it was great reflexes. Sure that's Exton or not. Won't hazard the guess there, but the Knights get out of their defensive area now. Still in the red zone. Tonner just needs to carry it. Russell Nelson made the first tackle. Had a bit of help. And the help was provided there by Cairns. Here's Kyle Cassell. He's got the bandage on. The blood still peering through the bandage. I think it might be the secondary tape to hold the bandage. Oh, that's a careless error there by Booker. Every time you think the Knights are going to get away, they make this error. And they cough it up and they give it back to the Tamaraws and say, guys, we haven't given you enough chances yet. How about we just give you another one? Aaron McDonald, he'd be quite cranky, I reckon, with some of these errors. Need to be cleaner at this level. So Ubaldo is going to feed it into the scrum. Locking it up there was Tutel. Forrest turned it on the inside to Williams, who's scooting around now. Booker makes up for the error by putting on a good hit. Williams down on the deck. Tutel to Marshall. Marshall to Jones. Marshall, no. I thought he went to Jones, but he bypassed him and tried to go the old dummy run, the bumpered shove. Tutel, right. Forrest. Forrest pushes it to Williams. Williams. Oh, that was a brilliant ball. That's Achiapong. Isaac Achiapong scores the try for the Philippines Tamaraws. And he brings them back into the contest. What a ball from Jerome Williams. 70 minutes gone. It's Malta 24, Philippines 20 with a kick to come. Isaac Achiapong from the Leichhardt Wanderers Football Club.
Try to the Philippines, scored by number 2, Isaac. Score is Malta 24, Philippines 20 with a kick to come.
Sets up a real finish now with 10 minutes and left to go. Isaac Achiapong. Great to see so many people here today. It's probably a good 1,000. Sun's still very bright. Been a really warm day. If you've been out in the sun all day, I hope you've worn your sunscreen. Slapped on a hat. Hope you're all enjoying this contest. Spot On Video Productions bringing it to you live. Forrest misses the conversion. Well, it's 4 tries apiece. The difference has been the goal kicking.
Conversion unsuccessful. Score is Malta 24, Philippines 20. 8.5 minutes remaining.
8.5 remaining in this contest. Malta Knights 24, Philippines Tamaraws 20. Gee, it's been a good game. Ebbed and flowed. It's been a tale of two halves, really. The Philippines Tamaraws dominated the first half, and the Knights have hit back in the second. Tutel fields it. You're going to see a real grind now. Two sides that want it. Two countries that want to win. Great effort there by Cairns. This is Williams darting around. Gee, he's got some great moves. Wonderful footwork. They moved it up the field brilliantly, the Tamaraws. This is great stuff. It goes to the back row. Stevenson sends it forward. Gee, it's an uncharacteristic one from Ned. I've called him in 3 Philippines versus Malta games. He's been terrific in each one. I reckon that's the first time I've seen him drop it. Scrum feed to Malta. 7.5 minutes to go in the contest. Camilleri locks it up. Cassell. Just need to hold on the footy, Malta, and just secure a set of 6. Camilleri plays it to Tyler Cassell. So it was Kyle Cassell, Tyler Cassell. 2 hits in a row. Cassell boys doing the damage. Up the middle for the Knights. Camilleri goes left again. That looked forward. Moore going to take advantage. The Woodward Rooster. Oh, he could have gone himself. And he went to pass it to Zara, and Zara knew nothing about it. So he knew absolutely nothing about it, Zara. Good break from Moore, though. So it's a Knights lock in, Knights feed into the scrum. Gretsch, Cassell. Oh, Tyler goes through, nearly. Good run. Camilleri's looking to the right-hand side, but I don't reckon he'll go there. He'll go back to Gretsch. Turns it inside to Moore. Moore, who's been a terrific player for the Knights today. Surely he'll be looked at for another call-up. Plays the footy. Camilleri, oh, the shoot and scoot was on, but he fell over. Still trying to work through Tutel and Jones. 2 big boys, Tutel and Jones for the Tamaraws. He's not going to get through them. Good effort there by Jai Camilleri. The Parramatta boy. 5.5 minutes to go. The lead is 4 points. Here's Uapuaperi. Uapuaperi. Shoe came flying off there. I reckon it was Uapuaperi. Gretsch. Well held. The Tamaraws defending well now. 5th and last for the Knights. Untidy play the ball. Camilleri with a little grubber. Went straight to a Tamaraw, and that was Nick Forrest, who is in the right place at the right time for the Philippines. Got 5 minutes. I reckon it's about 3 sets, maybe 4 for the Philippines left. Knights trying to push them back and get the goal line dropout. This is fantastic stuff. Zara's one of them, and Tristan Uapuaperi was the other on the tackle. But they're out of it now, so they're a bit short in defence, the Knights. Stevenson tried to work it. Knights muscling up. Kyle Cassell with a nice tackle. Oh, shot. Double hit again. That's Moore and Uapuaperi. He's been fired up, Tristan, since he's been come back on. Short kick, charge down. That's going to go out into touch. I don't know if it was played at. They're going to go for the goal line dropout because it wasn't played at. I reckon that's a pretty good call from the refs. That's a really gutsy call from the referee at this stage of the game. I reckon he's made the right one because the Knights weren't playing at the footy. You're going to have to go for the short restart and catch, but it's not good enough. Taken very well there. That's a 16 of Exton. Haven't caught him a great deal in this game. Exton handles it well. Camilleri, Uapuaperi. Bustling, look at him go, the steam train. He has not got a club, ladies and gentlemen. Wonder if he's still playing. Gretsch, bypass one, intercept, Ned Stevenson. They will not catch Ned Stevenson, I can guarantee you of that. Ned Stevenson is going to score under the post. What a wonderful intercepted try, and scores a level here at New Era Stadium. That is a wonderful effort, Ned Stevenson, to back up the 2 tries he scored last year against the Knights. And he's made the intercept happen in the 77th minute and scores a level here at New Era Stadium. It's 24 points all, the Philippines and the Malta Knights. And they're going to score the conversion. So with about 2.5 minutes to go, they're going to be in front of Tamaraws. They went to go wide. Ned Stevenson read it like a book. As I said, he scored 2 tries against Malta last year. He set up the first one. I reckon he set up the other one for Rosario. And he's got himself a brilliant intercept. From about 10 metres out, he went 90 metres in the field to score. That was tremendous. And Forrest, he hasn't got an easier opportunity to put the Philippines in front. This will put them 2 points up with just under 2 minutes remaining. You can hear the crowd go absolutely ballistic. The Tamaraws lead at 26-24. What a game we've got in our hands, ladies and gentlemen. This game's been sensational. It's had everything. The only thing we haven't had is a bin. The binning or a send-off. We've had top tries, we've had big hits, we've had lead changes, and the short restart. Kyle, that's wonderfully done, Cassell. Camilleri gets the footy now, it's open play. Camilleri sidestepping. Gee, that's fantastic. The Tamaraws are going to have to hold on. Wonderful play. Phillips, he knows how to dart around. He's going to find the gap somewhere maybe. Blake Phillips, he's got the moves. Camilleri, they've got a minute to go. They go to the left. Oh, Paul Pereri drops the footy. And I reckon that's it. The Philippines, Tamaraws are celebrating like they've won it. And I reckon they've held on. Referee's going to stop the clock, 43 seconds to go. Well, they've told them to stop the clock. They haven't stopped it on the scoreboard, though. It's ticking down. I reckon a touchy's had a look at it and she's gone, you got to tell them to stop it. So unless they catastrophically make a mistake here, the Tamaraws, they're going to hold on. They're going to steal the lead with 1.5 minutes to go, or 2 minutes to go, and take home a win against the Malta Knights, which is just a fantastic result. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be 3 wins apiece in the Friendship Cup. The Philippines and Malta have had a wonderful day of football again. Once again, I'd like to thank the Philippines Rugby League and the Malta Rugby League for a sensational contest. Sensational day. Had an absolute privilege calling these last 2 games. Listen to the countdown. We're going to let the crowd tell the story to finish. Referee blows the whistle. Full time's going to get called. And the Philippines Tamaraws have stolen the victory with 2.5 minutes to go. And they've won this game by 26 points to 24 in an absolute thrilling contest. JJ Avery scored the try in the 7th minute. Isaac Rosario scored in the 25th minute. Blake Phillips for Malta scored in the 31st minute. And when Isaac Rosario went over for his 2nd try in the 40th minute of the game, the score was 16 points to 6 in favour of the Tamaraws. And Malta looked out of it. They didn't even look in the race. And then they hit back with 3 tries in a row. One to Tristan Uapua-Pereri in the 43rd minute. One to Jai Camilleri in the 50th minute. And one to Blake Phillips in the 65th minute. And at that point, Malta were 24 points to 16 in front. The Philippines Tamaraws had other ideas. And they said, we're not going to go home without this men's victory today. Isaac and Chiampong win over from a fantastic pass from Jerome Williams in the 70th minute. And that made it 20 points to 24. And then Ned Stevenson with a fantastic intercept in the 77th minute. Went 90 metres, almost the length of the field to score. Has won the game for the Tamaraws. He scored under the posts. Nick Forrest put over his third conversion of the afternoon. And the final score here at New Era Stadium in Cabramatta, Sydney, New South Wales is the Philippines Tamaraws 26 to the Maltonites 24. A great game played in wonderful spirit by both sides. Both coaches be relatively happy with the side's performance. I reckon Paul Sheedy will be ecstatic. Aaron McDonald will wonder what might have been. It's been a great game. I hope you've enjoyed all the action on the spot-on video production stream. Thank you again to the Rita boys for getting the stream up and running for the Philippines and the Malta Knights. Thank you to Reynaldo, David and all the organisers of both rugby league associations for a fantastic day and for giving me the privilege of calling the two games for this afternoon. I'm Ashley Borg, Borgie the broadcaster on Instagram. It's been a wonderful afternoon. Mangangadang Hampon Po, good afternoon in Tagalog, and Ilela Itaiba in Maltese, whichever language you speak. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and a great weekend and week ahead. Thank you so much for tuning into the telecast.